I didn't know offhand how to tell the students. But by the time they need to do this, we can figure that out. But basically, here's the problem. You try and put the answer in. I got it incorrect the first time. Let's go back to the contents. And one that I did get correct. I get a nice green patch there. We don't limit the number of tries you have, but basically this is a self-graded kind of thing. You open up a problem, you may need to work it on paper, but then type in the answer, and LonCapa tells you whether you have it done correctly.
Click on post-discussion.
Oh yes, post-discussion. Here's where you can ask a question, and then eventually someone will go in and answer that for you. Okay? Then let's go back to course content. If you put down here the notes on introductory statistics. It's a Word document. You can just open that up. In the past, we've given you a printed copy of that, but if that gets lost in your backpack or something, you can always get another copy. Lots and lots of information here. So when you are told it's time to do statistics, that's the package you need to read through. And there are also practice problems there that you'll want to do. But we will give you a take-home test, and that will be your grade on the statistics. And you'll have about 2 weeks to read all the statistics stuff, work on the practice problems, and then we'll give you the take-home test. You have all of these resources available to you as you're doing the take-home test, and then you bring the take-home test back to be graded. Okay? So that's the statistics stuff that's in there. Notice Algebra 2 for next semester for the first year students, that's all in there. Geometry and analysis is the pre-calc stuff. So anyone in LonCapa has access to this. Yep.
I noticed that on some of those it says open no due date.
Right.
Are they going to be turning in their homework online?
No. This is just practice to get ready for tests.
Okay, I was just noticing the due date.
No due date. Right. There is no.
Well, I know, but on
Yeah.
the others it doesn't say that. So that's what
Oh, because I already got those right. They have the green check, so I don't have to worry about the due date. But if it's open in a regular course that uses LonCapa, if they're homework problems for credit, then it'll have a due date, and if you don't get it done by that due date, it closes and you're out of luck. So for CHAMP, in 5 years, these students can still get back in and look at these problems. So that's just sort of the format of LonCapa.
Question on textbooks, they're to be issued on Thursday?
Yes.
And then students bring them every week?
Yes, they should. In my class, I refer to examples and problems, and we sometimes have, this group work on this problem and demonstrate it on the board. So, yeah, they need to bring their books every week.
Will there be an online version of it?
No. Probably not. No, I mean, the book is so old that it's not out there online. But it's an excellent textbook, and why turn it in for something new when it's something that is very useful?
For the CHAMP program, do they use the books on Tuesday?
Yes. Oh.
Just wondering, as a parent, how receptive are the professors if we're wondering how she's doing?
You know what? I'm sure you have a piece of paper with our phone numbers and emails. Contact us. It says on the cover sheet. Yeah.
And they'll take it practice reports midterm.
Yeah. Usually, what we do is we wait until the first test, and the way I do it is I hand it back to the students so they know what the score is, and then the following Tuesday we have conferences and you get progress reports. And I always tell the students now, when it comes for conference, don't make this a surprise. You know that test score you had. So yes, that's one of the big things about CHAMP, is keeping that communication going, because this is a new way of going to school.
the due date has reminded me of something that I meant to say earlier and it didn't. There will be homework assigned every week. When the student comes to class, they will hand in their homework, and an assistant will take the homework and go down the hall and be grading some of the homework, not all of it, but some of the homework, an important part of the homework. And before the class is over, the professor can give the homework, the graded homework, back to the student. So the student each week will be able to see what he has done right and what he's done wrong. And in addition, in most weeks, after the first week, there will be either a test or a quiz. A test means an hour or so long test covering a number, 3 to 4 chapters, or a quiz which covers exactly what you've done since the previous meeting. Quiz, we say to each other, it's a 10-minute quiz. Sometimes the 10-minute quiz takes 20 minutes, but still, we intend it to be a 1-page, roughly 2-question quiz that the student gets graded and handed back the next week. Because of course he tends to grade his and hands it back.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't grade them that fast, but within a week you'll get that graded work back. So if you're a parent, you're wondering if your child is totally lost or not, ask to see the homework that's been handed back, ask to see the quizzes that were handed back, and if the student doesn't understand something, that's a place to begin. And I tell the students when I'm teaching in classes, if I were a student, the same kinds of questions, not identical, but the same kinds of questions that are on the quizzes are what you will expect to see on the longer tests. So if you missed anything on a quiz, go back and make sure you know how to do that before you come to one of the tests. That seems so obvious, I can't imagine that someone would think to do that, believe it or not. Some students just sort of go day by day by day, and what they did last week is, that's past history, I'm not concerned with that. But this is what you need to do. Make sure you know what we've asked from the quizzes. You know how to do that when it comes to the test.
Well, and that brings up another topic too. If you need to go back and look at quizzes to study for a test, that means you have to have someplace safe to keep them. So you might want a 3-ring binder, and you go home and punch the holes and put your quizzes and homework in this binder. You take notes, which is maybe something you haven't had to do before. We'll be learning lots of study habits that will be heading you towards college, and as a gifted student, you probably will not have had to do this very much. So I'll keep reminding my students how to keep organized and go back and study and stuff.
I have questions.
Somebody have a hand up that I cut off.
Or did you answer it? Okay. I need to do a little housekeeping just so we're all on the same page. In your packets, you should have a sheet that talks about snow days. MSU never poses, alas. We try to determine by 10 o'clock if the class will be held or not. And if you're in the area outside, the Michigan area or outside the Memphis area, and your roads are bad and we haven't canceled, please do not endanger your child or yourself. You can get information from us. But we will send out email blasts, we'll put it on our website. That way you'll find out what's going on with the program. Okay, that information is in here. You also have a salmon color sheet that has contact information for everyone involved in the program. It also has when the labs will be held and where they'll be held. In Memphis, they're going to be held from 3 to 4 at Memphis Junior High in 101. They have a math teacher there who also was an engineer who has a great depth of knowledge that we're running that lab. And for our CHAMP students, it will be on Tuesdays and Sundays, and the times and location of let's see. And also the room numbers are here on each at the very top, but we gave the kids postcards so that they would know where to go to class on Thursday or on next Tuesday. You also have this beautiful thing hanging on the refrigerator. It's this year at a glance. It's our report dates. Make sure you have that. There's a memorandum for the kids to take to school to remind their teachers where they are. We have communicated to just about everybody under the sun at your school that's in administration that your child will be here. So this might be something you want to take and show them to remind them that you will be out of class either Tuesday or Thursday. We have a yellow sheet for photo release. In a few minutes, we're going to have the kids go get the photos taken so that we can put in the community news and they get credit for putting themselves out there and taking this challenge, extra work and extra material to cover and the effort and time to get here. So we wanted to do that. There's a white sheet that has the roster on it. This one you want to make sure that all the information is correct for you. We check and double check because we want to make sure that grades go where they belong, that we're sending information to you correctly. So we have that. Let us know if you find an error there. And last but not least, we're always trying to improve. So there's a pink sheet for you to evaluate the orientation or Easter lavender for the M sheet. I'm just curious, I just have to ask tonight, because I always think this thing you may ask, is there anyone who's doing I Shall Age that's here tonight? Okay, good for you. Yes, this is a program that's quite similar to CHAMP, but it's for language arts. So she'll be doing English 9-10 this year as well as Algebra 1 and 2, and then English 11 and 12 as well as geometry and the fourth semester of CHAMP. Any questions for us? Yes.
On the